Boy, we're so excited for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
We can't wait. Kamala Harris! Kamala Harris! Yeah! Free migrants for everyone. Every house is getting a Somali, right? Right. Yeah, can't wait. Haitians. How many Haitians do you want, sir? Who wants to pay for more trans surgeries? You ready? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We love abortion. We love abortion. Raise your hand if you had an abortion this morning. Put your hands up if you had an abortion this morning. Let's go. Abortions for all. Abortions for men. How was the bus ride? Guys, why aren't you cheering? I don't understand. You seem glum. You seem reluctant to support the policies of your own candidate.
I really don't understand why they're suddenly so quiet. They actually are her policies and they're not willing to support it all of a sudden. Crazy stuff. Anyway, moving on. Now she's lost, and we all know she lost $1 billion. She's actually in debt. Well, somebody from her campaign has actually come out to expose her, so let's check it out.
I mean, you know, I'm not on anyone's payroll. I'm not beholden to anyone. That's why I'm here telling the truth. I'm not here to gaslight anybody. This is just the truth.
And what is the truth?
The truth is this is just an epic disaster. This is a $1 billion disaster. Actually, it was $1.018 billion, I think, right? There were $20 million or $18 million in debt.
Right.
It's incredible. And I raised millions of that. I have friends that I have to be accountable to and to explain what happened, because I told them it was a margin of error race. I was promised, Jen O'Malley Dillon promised all of us that Harris would win. She even put videos out saying that Harris would win. I believed her. My donors believed her. And so they wrote massive checks. I feel like a lot of us were misled. And even on the night of election night, Will, I looked somebody in the eye and I said, are we going to do this? Are we going to pull it off? She told me yes. And I asked somebody else, like, how are you feeling? He's like, we're going to win Iowa. And I was like, what?
Do you think, did they believe this going in? Was there a real sense of false confidence on the side of Kamala Harris? Or did they know they were in store for disaster?
You know, I was wondering about that. I was like, I asked them, are you privy to internal numbers that I am not seeing? Because I study this so carefully, and I just wasn't seeing any basis for that level of confidence. And I also want to remind our viewers that, you know, the Trump campaign was touting all of these incredible empirical data weeks before election night. What Harris is touting was the door knocking. She didn't say anything really about early voting. Now I know it's because there was nothing much to say.
I asked you.
Hey, Kamala, what are we going to say to Donald Trump in November?
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Hello, motherfucker.
I think that it behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I think voting is an individual choice.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel.
I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights. I love you more, but I love Kamala Harris even more.
So I'm scrolling and I see a lot of black women making videos talking down to black men who voted for Trump. And I just have to say, if you voted for Trump and you're a black man, thank you. And I thank you because I know exactly why you voted for Trump. You voted for secure borders so that us women and children can be safe. You voted for a strong economy so that us women and children can be provided for. You voted for our children to not be indoctrinated in this failed public school system. You voted for my right to not have to use the bathroom with a biological man. You also voted for our children not to be drafted into another endless, senseless war that only benefits the military-industrial complex. And also, you voted for the protection of our freedom of speech. The same freedom of speech that these evil, nasty, disgusting women are using to wish death upon you. So as a black woman, I just want to say thank you for voting for Trump. I truly appreciate you, and I'm going to speak life into you. I pray that God continues to protect you and guide you. I pray that He gives you the success that you deserve. I pray that He gives you the strength to lead your family and your communities. And for anyone who wants to say in the comments that I'm a pick-me, baby, I'm already chosen. So what about you? It's Trump 2024. You already know.
Donald Trump is now the new leader of the United States. Democracy in action. But the Democrats and the liberal left don't like it. People on the left like Emily Maitlis who simply couldn't handle it. Some people are trying to say that the Democrats lost because Kamala Harris is black or because she's a woman. No. It was because of moments like this.
My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
It's not funny, is it? And celebrities like Alec Baldwin, Whoopi Goldberg, Barbara Streisand, Cher, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Megan Rapinoe, Tom Hanks, Amy Schumer, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Bill Gates, Jane Fonda, Madonna, Mark Ruffalo, Kim Kardashian, Bruce Springsteen, George Clooney, and Oprah Winfrey. God. The left are obsessed with identity politics, and the people of the US have said no. And I suspect this rejection is coming to the UK. We don't want to be teaching issues relating to gender in our schools and appeasing confused young people going through puberty with whether their biology matches transient gender stereotypes. We are open-minded, and most of us are liberal thinking. But we do not believe a man can become a woman or vice versa, and pushing surgery on kids. I don't want critical race theories forced down my neck. Just because someone is black doesn't mean that they will support it. And if someone is an immigrant, it doesn't mean that they'll be happy with illegal migration. In fact, most immigrants jumped through legal hoops to get here. It's even more infuriating watching people being given handouts for breaking the law, especially if you didn't. My mother, she's furious with it. She goes, these people are coming here by dinghy, And then she sucks her teeth. I mean, the problem with the woke liberal elite, the hashtag Be Kind Brigade, is that there is an assumption that just because you're an ethnic minority or working class or gay or some other quality they believe belongs to their class, that you will immediately gravitate towards them. You see, their politics is based on identity, and that is a big mistake. If the left in this country continue with the politics of envy, distinguishing the public sector from the private sector, and with their NI hike and diving into state schools and dividing state schools from independent schools and black from white, Donald Trump not only won the political vote, he won the popular one as well. So no matter what colour you are, your sexual orientation or political class, people care about the economy. Money talks and BS walks.
Everything she said is facts. Just because you're an immigrant to a country doesn't mean you want millions more flooding in illegally, especially when you've done it the right way. I'm from London, I live in Texas, like a few of you know this already, but why would I want millions of random people coming in? Don't make no sense. I read a comment and the guy said a lot of his family members stopped talking to him because he voted for Trump, but he has a Venezuelan neighbour who's here legally who still talks to him because they also voted for Trump. Which makes a lot of sense because people escaped Venezuela because it's a socialist regime, a complete shithole. So why would they want to vote in someone like Kamala Harris who wants to turn America into that? But then you got people in America who for some reason support socialism. But you live in America, free market capitalism, and you love socialism so much, but none of you leave, do you? You all stay in America.
This is what people love about Donald Trump. The fact that he would say this.
Socialism promises prosperity, but it delivers poverty. Socialism promises unity, but it delivers hatred and it delivers division. Socialism promises a better future, but it always returns to the darkest chapters of the past. Socialism is a sad and discredited ideology rooted in the total ignorance of history and human nature, which is why socialism eventually must always give rise to tyranny. We know that socialism is not about justice. It's not about equality. It's not about lifting up the poor. Socialism is about one thing only: power for the ruling class.
See, the problem with socialism is that eventually you run out of other people's money. That's a famous quote. Now, a lot of people actually confuse socialism with capitalism, which has heavily funded social programs. An example would be Norway. They think that's a socialist country. No, it's not.
I don't care. It's happening. I'm crashing out. I'm done, okay? I blew up on this godforsaken clock app when I was like 19 or 20 years old, okay, back then. Keep in mind, it has been 4 to 5 years and life has hit me like a fucking truck, okay? I'm no longer the stupid brainwashed liberal that I used to be when I was 19. And I am being hated on so much for simply changing sides. And I'm done. I'm so tired of my old fan base. I don't give a fuck about your identity politics. I voted for Trump, and I hate fat people.
I want to make sure I got this correct. You hate white men unless they're gay. You love black people unless they're conservative. You're for illegal immigration as long as they don't come into your home. You want to ban guns, but you want the government to still have theirs. You hate capitalism, but you expect these corporations to change their logo for Pride Month. You hated slavery, so you hate the party that was formed to abolish the slaves. You hated slavery, but you align with the party that was for keeping slaves. You don't recognize two genders unless you're talking about their hormones. You hate American values, but yet you want to still live here. Your party controls the House, the Senate, and the presidency, but it's everyone else's fault. You hated the Trump administration, but you're concerned for Mike Pence's life. You say black people can't be racist, but Candace Owens, Thomas Sowell, and Larry Elder are white supremacists. You want to ban guns to save children, but keep abortion to murder them. Comment if I missed anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, binary, all colours of the fucking rainbow.
Wait till you guys see this clip.
An opinion piece on CNN. I left my daughter when she was 14 months old in the back of our car. And I was with my husband, and it was a hot July day. And literally, Anderson, my husband left her in the car. I left her in the car. We went to get a shopping cart. We took the shopping cart past the car, went into Home Depot. I went into the garden center, and
Yep. You see, I didn't even play the full clip. Sunny Hostin admitted to leaving her 14-month-old daughter in a hot car in the middle of July so her and her husband can go shopping at the Home Depot. And now we know. And now we know why she's so hyper-focused on all of us for voting for Trump. What about your daughter's rights to not sitting in a hot car, Sunny?
Donald Trump will not become president.
He's not going to be president. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it. All right.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom.
Take it from me. How about that?
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on.
Sorry to laugh.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
That's why you don't listen to Hollywood. They're just a bunch of narcissists who don't know anything, and they think their opinion is more important than yours because they're famous. Well, guess what? He didn't become president once, but twice. That's right, the king is back.
$10 million for Beyonce to step up and back Kamala Harris publicly. $5 million for Megan Thee Stallion. $3 million for Lizzo. $1.8 million for Eminem. I mean, is that normally how it goes? You spend $20 million, you get yourself in debt to try to get a bunch of rich celebrities on stage? I'd never seen that. Maybe I'm ignorant of the fact, but wow.
You know what's crazy about this? Not only is that a terrible waste of money, but it actually could have been used in a much more smart way. What they should have done, and this would have probably got them way more votes, all the people that attended the rallies, they should have randomly selected them. For example, the $10 million they gave to Beyonce. that could have funded 2,000 scholarships. But instead of actually giving it to the people who needed it, instead they just gave it to a bunch of already rich celebrities. See what I'm saying? It's like everything these people do doesn't make any sense. They are so incompetent, it's unreal.
I made 2 separate videos before the election. One of the videos said I was going to vote for Kamala Harris. The other video said I was going to vote for Donald Trump. And I just wanted to see the mixed reactions from people and how people would react, because I do a lot of work from my hometown, do a lot of work from my community. I work with young boys. And I never said who I was voting for. But I made those 2 videos because I want to show people how they are in reality. I made the Donald Trump video and I made the Kamala Harris video. Under the Kamala Harris video, you definitely had some Trump supporters like, well, we understand that you may have a different opinion or whatever, but we still support what you do. Maybe you'll wake up one day, etc., etc. You know, things like that. It wasn't nothing vile, wasn't no bad comments or nothing. I made the Donald Trump video. I got people that unfollowed me. I got people saying they can't support nothing I do no more. I got folk calling me all types of names, etc., etc. But what's crazy is all of the Kamala Harris supporters have become what they accuse Trump supporters of being. When you say you support Donald Trump, y'all be ready to kill him. Y'all ready to burn him at the stake. You calling them all types of names. You unfollowing them. You don't care what they're doing for their community. Nothing. If you support Trump, F you, I hate you so much, etc., etc. But all the people under the post, all the Trump supporters, when I said I was going to vote for Kamala, it was all love anyway. They was like, well, we still support what you're doing. We still going to donate. We still love the work, even though you don't have to support Donald Trump, etc., etc. So I've only received hate from the people that call themselves the tolerant side, the side that's supposed to be about love, the side that's not about hate. But it's crazy because anytime somebody doesn't agree with you, all you spew is hate. All you give is hate. So it's funny how everybody who call themselves Democrats, you have turned into what you accuse the Republicans of being.
And that is the difference between liberals and conservatives. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. That's the end of the video. It's actually crazy how much content I've got. It's like endless. I was going to do 1 or 2 videos on this, but I just keep seeing stuff that I think I have to make a video on this. So yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.